Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 8 of our Kid Icarus Let's Play. We are still on the first dungeon, I think.
Yes, we are.
If that's what we call them. Dungeon, temple, whatever.
Yeah, labyrinth. Honestly don't know what they are called.
Yeah, I don't know what this game calls them.
All I know is that the first boss we have to fight is here, and...
Yeah, you didn't quite remember which one.
yeah. Whoops. I just wasted a hammer on... that was not gonna work. But I got the map. Whoops.
It's definitely a very interesting game, and I feel like it's another, like, it's impressively detailed for the original Nintendo.
I agree. Now, what does this thing do? Oh.
There's a map on there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that... Okay.
I bought the, well, I found the map, which was in the third room. And, yeah. I bought the thing, which I thought was a candle, but I think it's actually a pencil.
Oh, okay.
And I bought the torch, and I noticed after buying a torch, it now blinks in the room I'm in.
Nice.
It was expensive, but yeah, it is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it pays to have money.
Yeah, it does.
To buy goods and services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I believe this room was empty, but I think that is crucial if you ever have a negative encounter with a certain Captain N character who's actually a very nasty boss in this game. Well, bad guy to deal with in the game. He's not really a boss.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe that Simon Belmont nearly got married to Mother Brain.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever saw that episode or if it wasn't on the set that you have, because I don't think you had the complete series.
Sadly, I don't own the complete series of Captain N. What I do own, ironically, is the final season of Captain N, because...
it was packaged with Mario World, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the only way that they released the very first ever complete series of Mario World, was by fusing it with the show that it was fused with back in the day, which was Captain N, to give one last lifeline to Captain N, the Game Master.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the episodes are just on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I think until people take them off. But I don't know.
Here he is.
Oh yeah, hey.
And I just got hurt.
He made two of himself.
Yep. And now you see why the Eggplant Wizard is both hated and feared among players of this game.
Yeah. I guess that's why Captain N made him one of the henchmen of Mother Brain.
Yep. Because his eggplant spell makes Pit helpless.
Yeah.
Because the top half of his body becomes an eggplant.
Yeah, I think... I'm trying to remember, but I think the Eggplant Wizard might be an Uprising as well. But it's been a while since I
think he is too, yeah.
But I mean, I think they make more time for who I'm assuming are new characters. God, I don't remember the name of the girl, and I remember a lot. I think a lot of people who are fans of the game who might have that character as their waifu might be mad. I mean, I don't know. I joke. I don't actually know if anybody has her as a waifu, but she's kind of got that tsundere thing going on, so I kind of assumed that some fans might feel that way about her.
Uh-huh.
She also has some pretty funny banter with Pit.
I see.
Yeah.
As we discovered and discussed, that wine glass replenishes your health, and that bottle refills your health after you've run out of health.
Yeah. I think Hades is a character in the Uprising.
Yeah. So yes, once you get this, it marks you where you are on the map. It works like the compass in Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let us know in the comments if you would be interested in the Game Boy sequel.
Oh yeah, there was a Game Boy sequel that Nintendo completely forgot about.
I don't necessarily know if you own that, do you?
I don't know, honestly.
Okay. Well, let us know in the comments. We might play it if there's interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of... Or we might just play it because Nintendo overlooks it. I don't know.
True.
And I'm debating about Metroid 2, because some people liked it and some didn't.
Huh. People didn't like Metroid 2? Interesting.
I mean, I saw good things and bad things. I saw a lot of people who praised it for certain things, but were, like, unhappy about some other things. Like, I think they liked, they felt like the graphics were impressive for being a Game Boy game.
Yeah.
And there were certain, like, gameplay elements that became a staple from then onward that they really praised. But...
Gotcha.
But some people... I think for the most part it was just, they were used to the NES one and were kind of having trouble adjusting to it on the Game Boy. I think it was more an issue of that than it being bad or anything.
Gotcha.
But that's just what I'm guessing from what little I glanced at.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's expensive, but if it'll help us see a little more of the...
Yeah.
So it only did one... It only replenished one section of your...
Excuse me, guys.
Your excuse. Because admittedly, I'm still new to some of the items in this game as well.
Also, let us know if you know a good way to record DS or 3DS games.
Yeah. Something better than that other channel that I will not name them, who...
Yeah, we don't really want to point our cell phone camera at the screen.
Yes.
Also because it would be more enjoyable for me watching to not have to do that.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me.
The channel who must not be named because, well...
They were doing their best, so we don't want to insult them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guru Larry could tell you about that channel.
We'll let Guru Larry do it instead of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, that took a lot out of me.
I'm always happy to have games that reference mythology, even when it's my less preferred mythology because everybody obsesses over it.
Yeah. I got overwhelmed, but I did get one of them.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So
I'm probably going to have my snack, so if I get quiet every once in a while, and excuse the wrapper sound if you hear it. I try to keep it away from the mic, but this mic is a little sensitive, so...
Gotcha. Well, the bottle helps, but it wasn't as big of a help as I thought it would be. Yeah. But as you saw here, there was the map. Free this guy. Free this guy. They'll help me in the end. But those vases dump so many of that bad guy.
Yep.
Alright, free that guy. Kill all those bad guys. Not what I needed. Although you could get hammers, I just realized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which are the cheapest item in this game. So you can free more angels. So yeah, I too honestly feel bad about it because Nintendo sometimes acts like Uprising's the only sequel that was ever made for Kid Icarus.
Yeah. And with all the remakes they did, they like have completely ignored Kid Icarus.
Yeah. Because I think I know who you're talking about. There was because I remember you playing Kid Icarus Uprising once, and there was this very aggressive sounding lady.
Yeah, and I just wish I could probably look her up. Some Kid Icarus fans watching this will be like, you forgot, and insert her name here. How dare you? She's the best. I'm like, yeah, she seems like the best, but honestly, I got to the point where I just met her, so I don't know her that well. That's why her name didn't stick. Characters. Huh.
Oh, bloody heck. That was bad.
Oh, I think Viridi is her name.
Viridi?
No, Viridi with a
Viridi.
V.
Okay.
Viridi. It did not... goddess of nature.
Huh.
Seeks to restore the natural order of the world.
Kid's hanging out with all the goddesses. I'm
Yes.
jealous.
Oh, I'm seeing some more characters I haven't missed yet. There are more nice-looking goddesses.
Man. Pick gets around.
Yeah. Is Thanatos how you say that name?
Thanatos.
What's that? Because he's in the game too.
Maybe.
Magnus? Oh, that guy's name is Magnus. Oh, I always forgot that guy's name too. I'm like, the guy who looks like he could be in a Castlevania game.
Oh, that dude. Okay.
And then there's Hades, which the scenes with Hades were pretty funny.
Gotcha.
I don't know if Hades is in this game. Probably not. But I thought, since they introduced all these new characters, that maybe it would revive the franchise. But I haven't seen... Like, has there been more? I haven't seen more. Or was it only in Japan? Is this one of those
That would suck.
I'm going to be so mad if we're watching a list of 3DS games and we find out that it got a sequel that didn't come out here.
Oh, craps.
Because I kind of, when I played Uprising, I'm like, oh, this is great, and now we're going to have a bunch of Kid Icarus games. The franchise will live again. I don't think that happened.
No.
No.
No, I don't know if if that spring will help me. But I can't, but I'm defenseless right now. And I can't do anything except wander around like a eggplant.
Yeah.
Get your dirty jokes out right now.
Yeah.
No, it does not help. But it does.
Do we just have to wait for it to wear off? I hope it's a wear-off thing.
I don't know.
I hope it's not a, you're this way until you die.
Because I never really figured out how to undo this without going to see the nurse.
Ah.
Oh good, I can still climb up ladders.
Sorry guys, can't save you at the moment.
Yeah, I can't because I don't have arms. Let's see, we go up this way actually. In a way this would be good because here's the nurse. Ah, good. She removes the curse.
The eggplant curse, yeah.
Yes. My sentiments exactly. Now that I'm poor and not that healthy, Dookie, I'm probably gonna get killed. Yep. But you got to see more of the dungeon.
That's what it is, okay.
Nani?
I was looking something up. I wanted to see if there was a pun, but it wasn't. It was not a pun.
Oh, what were you suspecting?
Well, I couldn't remember the Japanese word for curse, so I was looking it up to see if they were making a pun.
I see.
But as far as I know, they weren't making a pun.
I see what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright. Now that I know that these mallet things free those guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that my analogy of character that looks like he should be in a Castlevania game made you know exactly who I was talking about. That's cool.
Definitely.
I guess I made a good analogy.
Yes, you did.
Because I swear, probably in one of the games they made Simon look kind of like that guy, but with different hair.
Wowzers.
I think.
Well, makes sense that they do that.
They can't seem to make up their mind what Simon's hair color is, though.
Right.
I noticed. Like, in the official games, I'm not talking about any unsightly,
Like Captain N the Game
Yeah.
Master? I thought so.
I'm not talking about that adaptation.
You're right. Considering he was not some roided up beefcake with a mullet, so, yeah.
Yeah, and a narcissistic streak, or at the very least, vain streak. But
Yeah.
I think they took it into narcissism, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. If they ever had WWE on that show, which they wouldn't have because they need to pay extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that Simon Belmont getting in the ring and getting beaten by Hulk Hogan. So, all right, okay.
Yeah, and he'd be so confident. He'd be like, "Let me take care of this."
Yeah.
And then he gets the crap beaten out of him.
Yep. Because pro wrestling is different from fighting undead vampires.
Yeah. And he'd probably bring his whip and they'd go, "Oh, no, that's not allowed."
Right. Yeah, especially in those days, WWE was not cool with excessive weapon use.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that's what the bad guy did, but...
I have a feeling he would be pretty useless without it. That version of Simon Belmont.
Yes.
Not the actual Simon Belmont, I'm sure he could manage.
Of course. Ah!
Not that I'm an expert, I know next to nothing about the Castlevania games.
Same. Apart from... that it's a beloved franchise, it's tough as nails, and...
Yeah, we're trying to get into it, basically. Yeah. Now, the very popular one, it'll be a while before we get that one, because everybody knows how popular it is.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty penny.
Yes.
They keep that one behind the glass case.
The one for PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yes. One of the most beloved Castlevanias.
The one with the infamous voice acting in it.
Yep.
That I actually kind of like, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like... So it frankly surprises me that they put Dracula's performance among the top worst, because listening to it again, I'm like, it's actually not bad. I take a little issue with Simon, his voice acting, at least in that one scene. I mean, I'd have to hear more from the game as a whole.
True.
He sounded a little underwhelming. I think that's what it is. I think, I probably said it on here before, but it seems like overall we approach voice acting differently than Japan does.
We do.
We tend to go more for realism, more for, don't sound too cheesy, don't go over the top, make it sound realistic. And when you can do that, we get great performances, but I think some voice actors tone it down too much. And it ends up kind of dull. Because there's kind of...
Right.
I know from experience, there's kind of that, oh, am I overdoing it? Let me tone it back a little. When I'm doing a commercial audition, and it goes, don't be too announcery. Then I have this voice in the back of my head, is this real or too announcery? And then I think I end up taking all the life out of it if I get into that loop.
Which is a very bad doom loop to in.
Yeah, it probably will lose me the job. So yeah, whereas I feel like Japanese voice actors go all in and tend to, sometimes if they err on the side of overacting.
Right. But to be fair to them, the emotion feels real.
Yes, and that's why me personally, I tend to have a preference for the Japanese performance. That's one of the reasons. The emotion is so real, and yeah, sometimes it gets over the top, but that makes it memorable.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know who the voice actor for Dracula is in that game. I should probably try to look it up. But I feel like he's approaching it almost the way a Japanese voice actor would. So I think it's considered bad because it's kind of over the top.
Which I know I know everyone and their brother who wanted to be the certain angry nerd made riff tracks about the Castlevania PS1 game, but ironically, I still hear a lot of praise for the English language version of that game. Even, ironically, said angry nerd of video games actually liked that game on PlayStation.
Yeah, thankfully I feel like now people like it, but for a while it was considered bad voice acting. But it's basically iconic at this point.
Yeah.
Whoops. I mean, I've heard some bad video game voice acting, and I would not put Castlevania on there.
Same.
And there's some that fall in the so bad it's good category. The Hotel Mario games are actually good because they're bad. they go into that territory.
Exactly. Dear pesky plumbers. Yeah, I love that. I am a sucker for the 80s Mario cartoon and the early 90s cartoons.
I do feel like that's what they were trying to emulate.
Yeah. And if so, they did a spot-on job imitating Super Show /3 and World.
Yeah, the guy's kind of in between Captain Lou Albano and Tony Rosato. I mean, not Tony Rosato.
Walker Booth.
Walker Booth. Ignore me.
That's okay. You had the right show. Name. You just had the wrong voice character.
Yeah, I realized it right after I said it, too. Walker Booth.
Yeah. Though, if we're comparing Danny Wells and Tony Rosato, that'd be...
Yeah, Luigi, the Hotel Mario Luigi, I can't compare him to either of those two.
Right. He doesn't have the panicked but fun, relaxed tone of Wells, or the...
He feels more like modern Luigi's video game voice.
He sounds closer... Yeah, he does sound closer to... that guy's name. Charles.
Oh, Charlie Day.
Martinet.
Oh, Charles Martinet.
And Day.
And I'm like, it doesn't quite sound like Charlie Day, who just sounds like himself.
Nah.
And that's fine. I feel like... No offense to Charlie Day, I don't feel like he's a voice actor, per se.
No, he isn't.
He's an actor, and I love his character on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it just doesn't fit Luigi, and I'm like, they clearly just hired him because he's popular.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And because if I was a casting director and I was like, okay, I want to hire somebody who can sound like Luigi, even if I'm like any of the adaptations of Luigi, like even if I was, casting the net wide, no offense to Charlie Day, I just don't feel like he sounds like any of the adaptations of Luigi. And that's fine, He's an actor who just has his own voice.
He does.
And he could probably do some voice acting, but not for Luigi.
Yes, Luigi is not a citizen of Pepe Sylvia, so...
But, I mean, and that's not, dunking on him. He's a great guy. I know he did some directing, too, and I heard he's a very talented director. So, it's not, And I appreciate that he can actually express emotion in his voice acting. So I do appreciate that. So just want to make that very clear. I am a fan of the guy. I really am. It just feels like a miscast to me.
Yeah.
I probably... Let me think. It probably would have been funnier if he was like a Koopa or a Dry Bones or like... I don't know, one of the Toads. That would be kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
Not like... Although, actually, he probably would have been cute as the main Toad. He probably would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a weird choice, too. Again, not insulting the guy, just a weird casting decision. It was all weird.
Yeah. The Mario movie by Illumination was super weird. Okay, get down here.
But I feel like the video game movie bar was so low before that point that...
Yep.
I'm guessing the Ratchet and Clank movie didn't really do great because people weren't still talking about it.
Which is sad.
I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, guys, but, like, nobody I knew was talking about it. It just existed, and then it was gone.
Because a lot of people... Yeah. From the stories I've heard recently, Sly would have made a much better movie off a PS1 game, and but I understand why they Ratchet, because...
you mean PS2.
PS2.
Yeah.
Because Ratchet is a cute little feline, but at the same token, a lot of people really love Sly Cooper.
Yeah, my opinion... Now, I don't have a lot of experience yet with those games, but the vibe I get... I'll be honest, I think Ratchet and Clank should have been a TV show.
Yes.
It could have been a CG TV show. Because I feel like what little I've seen of the games, it looks like it would look good as a TV show. Not necessarily a one-off movie. I think they were probably going to go for a movie franchise because there's a lot of games. So
yeah,
I think they chose the one that had the most games and felt more Hollywood friendly. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they thought.
I think you're right on that.
Maybe they thought Sly Cooper would be too much of a niche crowd, which is probably not at all the case in reality. But
groovy.
We'll play until we get to,
Yeah, it's gonna happen relatively soon, actually.
Yeah. Because I know we're out of time, but
yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff we've been talking about.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And all that.
I feel like I've been doing better now that I know how to navigate this place, but still...
Yeah, I feel like we've gotten more progress, but I know it's like...
I'm getting my butt whipped by an eggplant.
Yeah, we have to keep going back to the nurse. Who's probably less of a nurse and actually a healer, but, you know.
Yes. This is like the worst spot because you get rained on by those snake things.
Yeah. And
see?
Yeah.
My gosh.
Hang in there.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually we're gonna try Ratchet and Clank. We're eventually gonna do Sly Cooper games as well.
Yeah.
And eventually Jack and Daxter, you know, all that stuff that we missed out on personally.
Because there's a part of me that really likes to play about the Thevicus Raccoonicus, and at times I wonder, is it that I really like raccoons all this time?
Rigby changed you, man. Rigby changed you.
Yes. Yes, the little raccoon from regular show has a huge impact on me.
Yeah, because I highly doubt it was Miko that did it for you.
Nico?
From Pocahontas.
Yes.
I think Nico is
that is his name.
Alright, guys, we will see you later. Bye.
Take care, everybody.